I'm Karissa Hamilton-Bannis. I'm a screenwriter. I've been writing for roughly about 10 years. I graduated from the National Film and Television School in 2011 and I've been writing since then. I've got lots of stuff in development and I've done a few TV things, children's and a few plays. Kahanaka was a short I did while I was at film school. I worked quite closely with the animation directors, and this was we were sort of paired up, and together we came up with this story. It's a beautiful story about a grandfather living with his granddaughter by the beach, and he's telling her favourite bedtime story. And my favourite thing about this is the 3 different animation styles that are used. So you have when the grandfather's telling the story, it's a little bit darker, the animation, but it's all sort of like 2D. And then when we were in sort of with the granddaughter and the grandfather, we've got a bit more sort of real world in there with the sort of 2D cutouts. And then the granddaughter, when she's telling the story, it's sort of beautiful and colourful and childlike.
So, the boy took off his head and jumped into the sea. And the fish swam all around him, till one of the fish got curious and swam into his body.
That was one of the very lovely things about sort of animation, and the things you can do with it is like you can sort of change the style to fit the tone of the piece, which I really liked. So much of what people perceive and what we perceive about the world now is coming through screens. So it's sort of very important for us to have some diversity in that. And I want to tell stories that have diversity, that are stories about different kinds of people that are different from what you look like, but yet you can still sort of find yourself in them. While the people who've helped me in my career have been amazing and fantastic, I wanted more from it. I wanted to do prime time, I wanted to do hour-long adventures, I wanted to do something with a big budget and to be trusted to do something with a big budget. And Elevate came along and the questions seemed like completely tailor-made for the exact frustrations that I was having. So I was just like pounding away like, yeah, this is it, this is what I'm gonna do. And yeah, so that's kind of why I applied. My Elevate journey's been really good. One of the best things about it is the networking and meeting sort of people I wouldn't usually be able to meet, and having access to people and places I usually wouldn't be able to have access to, and just sort of talking to people directly instead of having to go through like 3 different steps before my voice even gets anywhere near these kinds of people. It's great to just be like, to look them in the eye and be like, why haven't you hired us yet? And that's one of the best things it has been about this course. And what it means to me, it means so much to have sort of Bafta backing, to have this sort of institution, this big institution that I've respected sort of most of my life, to turn around and say that, yeah, you're good and we're going to tell everyone you're good. And that's just, it's invaluable really. I think the one-to-ones were like the most. I got 2, which was really great. So I met with Amma Asante and Anne Mensah, and these are 2 sort of really accomplished women, and they had so much good advice and really great things to say, and it was really great to sort of meet them and talk to them and have them actually ask me questions about me and be interested in what I wanted to say and how they could help that. So that was quite good. It's very important because there's so many voices that we don't hear, so many different kinds of people who could sort of reflect their stories on screen and teach us about them and about the world and how they see the world. And I think having an initiative like this is a great stepping stone to letting more people in the door who can change the way things are done. I mean, we've already seen how having everything done the same way for a really long period of time can sort of cultivate a very nasty atmosphere. So I feel like diversity is like the best way to make sure that that can't happen, because when there's so many differing points of view, you can't help but sort of see things through someone else's eyes, and that sort of changes how people are going to react to the world.